Hey, we're back for more Shakesyear. We are almost done with Act 2, Scene 2 of Hamlet. This is the last monologue of that scene. Sorry, my lips are really chapped. That's the last monologue of that scene. And yesterday we got to hear the player, the first player, telling us about Pyramus and Priam and that whole death thing and what that was all about. And at the very end of it, he was getting very sad and very emotional because he is an actor. And that's important because that's going to kick off Hamlet's little speech here. When that whole speech is done, Hamlet says to the players, he's like, hey, if I were to write a little monologue for you that's only like 12 or 16 lines long, do you think you could memorize it tomorrow? And then can you do a play for us that maybe has this special little monologue inserted in it? And they're like, sure. So Hamlet says to everybody, like, welcome to the castle, have fun, go off. And they're all like, bye, bye. And it's a very Minnesotan goodbye as people like trickle out and that sort of thing. And then finally, as everybody has left, Hamlet says, I so, goodbye. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his whole conceit that from her working all his visage warmed, tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing, for Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? What would he do had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage in tears and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty and appall the free, confound the ignorant, and amaze indeed the very faculties of eyes and ears, yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, peak like John a dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing, no, not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain? Breaks my pater cross, plucks off my beard and blows it in my face, tweaks me by the nose, gives me the lie of the throat as deep as to the lungs. Who does me this? God. Why, I should take it, for it cannot be but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter, or else I should have fatted all the region kites with this slave's awful, bloody, body villain, remorseless, lecherous, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain. Oh, vengeance! Ooh. What an ass am I. Oh, I sure, this is most brave, that I, the son of the dear murthered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words and fall a-cursing like a very drab scullion, fiant foe. About my brain, I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions, for murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the death of my play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll rent him to the quick if he but blench I know my course. The spirit that I have seen may be the devil, as the devil has the power to assume a pleasing shape, yea, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. And then the audience goes wild because it's a brilliant speech and it's lovely, and I love doing it every single time I get to do it, and I'm sad that I'm done with it now in Shakesyear because I love this freaking speech. It's just beautiful. But that's the end of that scene, and then we get to kick off Act 3, Scene 1, which the monologue for tomorrow, I'm pretty sure you've heard before too, or at least the first 7 words thereof. It's gonna ring a bell, I can guarantee that. So yeah, back for more really, really famous words tomorrow from Hamlet here on Shakesyear. See you then.